Compared to other car makers, Fiat spends $664 per car sold. So it's not their entire marketing and advertising budget, it's per car sold. Fiat spends $664. Tesla spends $0. Ford spends $468 per car sold. Toyota spends $454. And at the bottom of this chain is GM, which only spends $394. So the question is, why exactly is then Tesla the fastest growing and the most valuable car brand in the market right now? What exactly is Elon Musk doing right that other car makers have still not figured out? The answer to this strikes at the core of what is wrong with traditional marketing and advertising, and how enormous budgets allocated to these departments are not a solution for any company that is looking to be successful. So you'll notice one key difference between the Tesla website and the website of all the other car makers that I showed you. So this is the Fiat website, which already has an annoying pop-up. Then we have Ford, and here we have GM. I hope none of these companies are here because that would be embarrassing. This is a Toyota website. And the key difference is that, and so I'm going to play a video here, which is me, myself, and I. But the point is, I wanted a sound overview, but there's not that, so I'm just going to narrate it to you. But you will see me talking in muted there anyway. So the key difference is that when you go to the Tesla website, the first thing you see there is a button that leads you to their car configurator quiz. Now, this button is the highlight of the entire page. Like clicking on it guides you through a range of options. You can easily calculate your customized purchase price, your potential savings. You can pick your own car color, wheels, interior. You then have the option of adding additional features like enhanced autopilot, and you have the ability to pick from different kinds of chargers. Then you have this button here that shows you your price and savings. And if you click on it, it interactively shows you how much it will cost you to buy the car for cash, or to lease it, or to loan the car. Now look at the cool way in which the details are presented here. You see how much money you will end up saving on gas in the long term using this calculator. You see how much money you will owe per month if you lease the car for a customized period of time. And you can finally see how much money your state will give you in incentives if you buy a Tesla. So Tesla is aware of the fact that you're going to get environmental benefits depending on what state you are. And they're presenting this information to you using a car configurator quiz or calculator. Now, the trick is that even if you don't end up buying a Tesla after going through this configurator quiz, because you probably realize that either it's too expensive, or you don't really need a car right now, or because you haven't received your inheritance yet because your grandmother is still alive, or whatever the reason is, it doesn't matter, because just in the act of making you go through this car configurator quiz, Tesla learned so much about you and the millions of others who took this quiz that it can use this data in extremely valuable ways. And so in marketing, this is what we call first-party data. It is the data that you collect from your audience with their consent, and it is accurate, and it allows you to closely target these prospects. Now, and I'm going to show you the kind of party you can have when your business can acquire data like this. So that's Scott Brinker. He's the VP of the HubSpot ecosystem, and he's a very big proponent of first-party data. So the first thing that I want to talk about is, so here's a twist in the tale, that Tesla spends $0 on marketing and advertising per car sold, but it spends $2,984 per car on research and development. So this is more than the amount the amount of money that Tesla's closest three competitors spend on R&D combined. So Ford plus Toyota plus GM spend that much combined. That would be how much Tesla spends on R&D. So the point is, every time someone picks a certain option or the other in the car configurator quiz that I showed you, Tesla learns more about the kind of car people want. Are more people looking for long range, or are they looking for performance? What is the customized budget cost that most people want to buy a car for? What colors do they prefer? Are they more interested in enhanced autopilot, or are they more interested in full self-driving capability? When it comes to leasing the car, what is the average lease terms, mileage, and down payment people are looking for. Now, they can use this data to improve their product for their R&D, better their research and development, and to constantly update the supply chain and pricing to reflect what people want. And by doing this, they manage to stay on top of the market long term. So the one thing that Tesla gets right, that all the other car makers and a lot of other companies don't, is that we are living in what is called not the industrial age, but the information age. The key currency of this age is not real estate, it's not industry, it is information. Tesla is very intelligently telling you how much you can save by buying their car or, hello? Yeah, by buying their car or anything. But the point is to corrupt the meaning of what living in the information age means is to say, the more you advertise, the more you get in front of people's screens, the more they are likely to keep you in mind and the more likely they are to buy your product or service. But that is not what it means to be in the information age. What it really means is to advertise or market is not the same meaning as to inform. The word inform is at the root of the information age. And so to inform means to communicate real knowledge. Tesla's car configurator, its gas savings calculator, as well as its state-wise incentives tool, gives you valuable knowledge about how you can make real savings while at the same time contributing to the environment, conservation, and not sacrificing the quality of your purchase either. And here's the other twist in the tail. These kind of configurator quizzes and calculators can be made for any business and not just for the car industry. I only use Tesla as an example, and they're already everywhere around you. So here's McDonald's. When you enter a McDonald's, the huge screen that you have where you have your build your own burger menus, it's essentially a burger configurator quiz. And what it's doing is that it's making choosing easier for you and helping McDonald's collect first-party data at the same time. So similarly, Sephora, for instance, uses these quizzes to help people pick makeup sets, and Adidas uses them to help you pick shoes. And software companies like Dell and HubSpot use them to help you pick laptops or pricing plans, because sometimes it can really get confusing to pick one product or the other. So this list is endless. And now I'm going to talk about something very different, advertising message. This is what our company Outgrow, on the other hand, does is completely different. It helps small and medium businesses. So we're not looking for big companies like Tesla, but what we are looking to do is provide small and medium businesses the ability to make these car configurator quizzes or configurators themselves. And you can build interactive content like this even if you don't know how to code. So you can pick from 1,000 such templates, including the Tesla template, and you can easily edit, customize, or improve on them in our drag and drop builder. You can then easily put them on your website, use them as ads, or embed them in your email newsletter. The possibilities are endless. So why not give Elon Musk a run for his money and try out Outgrow now? That's all. I'm up for questions now. I think I made it just in time. Any questions? Comments, observations?
Somebody's got to have a question. Are you afraid of the
cash
box? Any questions? Somebody's got.
Oh, there's one question there.
Where are we? Oh, thanks.
Yeah, maybe just also a question. So I heard just recently a podcast with the former general manager of Tesla in Germany, and he described when Tesla built up their business in Germany, the central role which showrooms in very central places in big city played to make Tesla visible as a brand. So just coming back to your principal observation or your initial observation regarding Tesla not doing marketing. I wonder, what's your definition of marketing precisely? Do you think a showroom in a big city, very central, clearly expensive, isn't that also a kind of marketing?
I suppose, yeah, but I wasn't aware they were doing showrooms. And is it a German thing they're doing, or they're doing it across the world?
I'm not sure if they're still doing it, but to my understanding, it was a very central strategy of Tesla when they built up their sales structure.
I assume for entering the German market, it might be tough for them, so they might be doing it there, but I'm not aware of it being done in the States. But I assume that would count as marketing, yes. Yeah.
Good.
In regards to the first presentation we had, is there a limit to the first-party data that is being, gathered by the company?
In regards to the first presentation.
In regards to the first presentation that we had today, so about protecting the consumer, is there kind of
Well, so the point with first-party data is that you're not buying it from someone and you're not selling it to anybody else. You are gathering it yourself and you're keeping it with yourself. So it's completely legal and you can have as much of that data as you like. So, yeah. So there is no limit as far as I'm aware, yeah. Anyone else? There's one there.
Here you go.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
So this service you described, it sounds all well and good in practice, how you would create anonymized data. I was wondering, is there a risk for someone who is using this service to expand it and create something like shadow profiles that Facebook has, for example?
Using those shadow profiles to provide false data?
Oh, no, sorry. By shadow profiles, I mean, for example, users that are not logged in or don't have a Facebook account are still tracked by, for example, if they open Facebook based on their location and I guess their computer IP address. Facebook creates some sort of anonymous profile for the person using that computer at that location. Is there the same risk for this service for someone using this service to create similar profiles and potentially break privacy in a way?
I think it's GDPR. It is GDPR compliant and it follows all the data rules. So I don't think that the objective is to track someone or something. No, it's just what it's doing is it's looking at the data in bulk and seeing what people are interested in. So for instance, when McDonald's is going through the thing. So even in this car configurator quiz, for instance, there is nowhere in the quiz, on the Tesla quiz, that actually asks you your email ID. They don't even care about your email ID. What they're really looking at is, do people in the US, what are they interested in? Are they interested in this kind of battery or that kind of battery? And based on that, they're just going to modify their supply chain for that particular country. Mm-hmm. So they're just looking at the data as a whole. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyone else? There is one here. I feel like, there's one behind.
Hi.
Hello.
My name is Raj, and I'm from US. And to answer your first question, Tesla do have showrooms across different cities. My question is, and here's my question. The price configurator works easily when you are working with product-based companies. How does that work in service-based companies?
So for service-based companies, I gave you an example of HubSpot here, for instance. The point is most service-based companies have Byzantine pricing plans. So it's just like, you don't know, for instance, I don't know, you guys have heard of HubSpot, right? So you go on the HubSpot website and it's completely impossible sometimes to pick a particular plan that's going to suit your company. But if you have a quiz or a configurator there that can actually actively guide you towards picking a plan based on your company's size, based on the pain points you're trying to solve, based on the number of leads you expect to gather, then it's very much easier for you to recommend a particular plan to them. And as people are going through your configurator quiz in a service-based provider, you get all this data, and then your sales team can get back to these people, understanding them better, and they can pitch them in particular ways. So that's what you can do. So it's the application is like, varying. For instance, say you're a lawyer, and on your website you can put ROI calculator, like see how much I can save you in legal fees. Now there are tons of lawyers out there who have tons of websites, but if you have something like, oh, here's a calculator that shows you need like 10 contracts signed per month, you're going to have like 10 legal kind of things happening, and I can show you how much I can save you, how much money I can save you based on your particular requirements. So service-based potential is a lot, and it's as much as like, using this for products. Anyone else? Oh, there was one there. Are you still interested in a question? I feel like this catch box, someone's going to die if you throw it across the room.
So I market for software as a service, and it's not always as easy as if you add this component, this is the price you're going to pay, especially when you're targeting small and medium-sized businesses to sell your platform. Is it then wise, because we are considering putting such a calculator up on our website? We don't currently, because there's a lot of personalization, of course. Can this scare off smaller businesses? Because we're no Tesla. People will not still come back to us even if we put this kind of a price, of course. Can it backfire?
So you're saying if you put a very big price at the end of this calculator, can it backfire?
Yeah.
I mean, because you can constantly A/B test. So you don't have to build one calculator. You can have different. So you can actually just duplicate. You build one and you duplicate 5 versions of it, put them on your website. And then you can see at what point in the calculator do people start getting disinterested. So at every stage, even on the Tesla thing, you saw as you were picking options, the price kept increasing. And you can see after what price do people start dropping off. And then you can A/B test. And you can advertise particular versions of your landing page to particular segments of who you're trying to market to. And so that's just one example. The other one is that you can make return of investment calculators. For instance, the one thing people want to see is that, especially when it comes to a service, which was related to his question as well, it's hard to tell as a service. As a lawyer, it will be hard for you to tell someone how they're going to get their investment in you back. And which is why at the end of your calculator, you can graphically show over time. And HubSpot does this as well. They show over 2 months, 3 months, half a year, 2 years, how many leads you're going to get if you use the HubSpot ecosystem. So the possibilities really are endless. So you can try it out even if you are a SaaS company.
Good one. Thanks.
Anyone else? Okay, so I'll not hold you much longer, so you guys can head for lunch. And if you have any more questions, you can ask all 3 of the speakers during lunch as well.